We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from Denver. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he will score. Evan Ingram, touchdown Denver. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Mooney in motion. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. Second down and 8. London brought in motion. Off the play fake. Here's the lefty, Penix. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
That's fielded at about the 18. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Nix now on 1st and 10. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A first down throw for Nix. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That's a pickup of 33. The defense bewildered. A rough start to this drive. On first down, here's Nix to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Broncos move out on top, 14-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll lose big yardage on this one. Trying to get to the edge, instead steps out of bounds well behind the line. What can they do here on third down and 7? From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's fielded at the 7. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Comeback route, and he's got it. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Quick throw, taken in. Finding room at midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish.
And he'll take it on in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown. his second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, Penix hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Now Penix. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. To the 20. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky.
And he will score again. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz's going to send this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it. Now on the return, he has lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. John Franklin Myers there on the stop. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll take this to about the 28. John Franklin Myers there on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Penix. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. As this defense a little too loose there, giving up 19 yards on 4th down. Throwing is Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. That is Ferguson in motion. Again, it's Penix. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They put Wilson in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Mooney in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. First and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he's going to be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the...
To the goal line and in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Center with Robinson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Atlanta. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st. And here's Bijan. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. as we get set for half number 2. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Give left side. Here comes Robinson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run here for Robinson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And the lefty Penix on first down. That is intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And the Broncos will have great field position right around midfield.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. The man in motion is Watson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Inside the 10, it is caught. He is in. Touchdown, Denver. And that touchdown is a record breaker. He has set the NFL standard, the most receiving touchdowns in a single season in NFL history. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Nix. And he's got another one. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So that touchdown pass, number 51 on the year, it moves him past 2 guys at 50 to the best ever, Tom Brady in 2007 and Patrick Mahomes in 2018. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. Here's 1st and 10. On the zone read, this is Penix. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll be taken down at about the 28, but move the chains. That's a 1st down. To throw is Penix. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. Here's Penix. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Trying the left side, here's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. John Franklin Myers there on the stop. 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. A gain of 16, good enough for a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to Robinson from the pistol. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. On play action, Penix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one on target to Watson. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And he'll be marked down at the 15. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He'll find, oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. He gets free. Inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. We'll start at the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts.
Keep it up, your ball, baby. Big play here, boys. Big play. Let's go. Let's make something happen. Come on. Let's do it. What you got? Make them work for it.
They send a receiver in motion left. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. The man in motion is Watson. On 2nd down, it's Nix. A throw on the move is caught.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw is Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take it.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively. After giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap, to bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. They'll go play action with Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll get this to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And he will go all the way. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will get just a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Second down. Knicks. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. Working out of the gun, it's Knicks. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. A tough spot here. Third and long. They'll throw. It's Knicks. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a first down.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Knicks now to throw it here on first down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Knicks. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Play action now. It's Knicks. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.